Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So, we have just stepped into Desolation Point for the first time, and we actually have a pretty clear shot right now, if we left right now, to go ahead and head for the Riken and drop some of our heaviest stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We've cleaned out a lot of the items from the lighthouse, as in we've picked them up. We're still carrying them, and they're definitely still weighing me down, but they're not weighing me down enough, as you can see, to slow down my rate of movement. So thankfully, we are just gonna, believe me, they're slowing down my rate of movement, but not enough to be a concern. So, a note left behind. Didn't see this. I keep hearing my mobile ring. Get excited every time, but it's just as dead as always when I check. I don't know why I still carry it around. Sean's been my savior, especially after Sue and Tori's suicide. He told me about how he always wanted to do Death of a Salesman. His American accent's pretty good, too. We fell asleep in each other's arms last night. Sean wouldn't wake up. Ooh, well done, Backer 644. I was not expecting that last bit. Well done. Whew, that gave me chills. Alright, so let's step... Oh, wait. Medicine shelf? Nothing. And nothing actually on the shelves either. Let's step out here. Now, we did, of course, find some dog food. So I can eat that before long. I'm going to wait to eat it right now, just because we know how fast the weather can go south. I will go ahead and get these, Here I go, contradicting myself. I'm not going to eat, but I will get these rose hips. I mean, eating doesn't take really any amount of time. I just don't want to waste any. But the rose hips could be used to make more tea. And even though I'm confident, as I've said, that I'm going to find food here in this zone, I'm going to grab what I can. The nice thing is we're going to be moving towards the Riken while still being able to enjoy this sunrise. Okay, I think... Oh, hi! That was not expected. Excuse me. I'm going to step back up this direction. I almost never run into a wolf patrolling right there. That is exactly where I was going to be in a few minutes of gameplay. So I am glad I saw that wolf when I did. Mother of God. Well, you're a spoil sport. I was trying to enjoy a sunrise, dude. Come on. Give me a break. Where are you? Right, you're right there. Could I Skyrim down this way, maybe? Yeah, I could. This is Skyrimable. Just gotta be careful. I'm ducking a little bit to avoid the sprains, which is a thing, thankfully. Like a boss. Alright, we are on the way. Oh, that wolf is actually a lot closer than I thought. He might have even turned around. He might have paused for something, because it seems like he hasn't moved very far from the spot where he was last. Alright, so there's lots to explore out here, too. But we're going to go to the Riken first so we can bloody drop all the stuff we're carrying. And we may go ahead and just make some arrowheads this episode. I could go ahead and just knock that out and then do some exploring. The only thing is that I do need food, and I need it now. So maybe there's an argument to be made for going and finding... Yeah, I'm going to do that first. Because it's going to take time to make the arrowheads, and I really want to make sure I'm stocked up on supplies to where I can just rest and sit and eat and do everything I need to do without leaving the fireside. A couple of deer off in the direction of the sun. I guess... off to the east. That, I have to say, is a damn pretty sunrise, the way it's blending with the clouds. Look at that. Look at that. A few snowflakes starting to appear in the air. Remember what I said about the weather? I can already see the colors of the sunrise starting to fade a little bit. Clouds materializing out of thin air. Oh, long dark weather, you slay me. There's not a cloud in the sky right now. Where are you coming from, snowflakes? Where are you coming from? Answer me that. Inquiring minds want to know. Let's get in the wagon. At the very least, while we're here, like I said, we can go ahead and set down all this coal and extra weight we're carrying. Plus, we can explore the Riken, which I'm going to do before I set everything down. Well, no, I'm going to set stuff down first so I can move faster, then explore the Riken. I have 10 extra bullets now, and we might find more. I mean, bullets are a fairly common find here in this zone, so this is going to be a fun episode. I can feel it. The arrowheads are going to take a second, but there's a lot to discover. I know, I hear you. I said I was going to set my stuff down first, but we're going to go ahead and look through the stuff that is on the way towards the back room. Beef jerky, perfect. I see a rifle round. Come here. Come to Hadrian. There we go. Another rifle round, I should say. Okay, we're going to peek in there in just a second, but we'll just make absolutely sure there's nothing else hanging out back here. I'm going to pick up that scrap metal because we're at a point where we actually do need the scrap metal we have, and there's some more coal. I'm glad we're finding matches too because of the There's another rifle round. We're finding matches because, you know, I don't have the fire striker on me at the moment. One of the reasons I'm happy that I've got ducking set up, and I'm still going to play with it a little bit. There's another flashlight too. I'll pick that up. Might harvest it by the time I leave, but one of the things that I'm excited about using audio ducking now is that I do listen to the music a lot in the long dark, and I have those moments of silence. And now, when that happens, the music volume will climb when I shut up, and you'll actually be able to really listen to it and focus on it as the ducking fades out, which is quite nice. As I said, lots more coal. So I don't feel bad about what I put on the fire randomly. All right, let's break down this crate with the heavy hammer, because that's going to be a little bit of wood we can use to get a fire going. And there's more wood in the area that I'm going to need to do that with. Namely, this wood, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. It's only going to take an hour or so. We are starving, so need to be mindful of that. But all right, so let's see. Right here, I'm going to put any wood that I need to burn, and also any books that I have on me. I have some cedar firewood as well that I picked up. We're going to drop Wilderness Kitchen as well. I don't need the newsprint at all. We're going to drop all that. I don't know why I've been picking it up. I've got the accelerant too, which is nice. I've got honestly too much accelerant. I'm going to put the coal in a different spot, but putting the coal down is going to make a huge difference. And we're also going to step over here, and we're going to put our heavy tools down. We're going to put the flashlight down. We're going to put the heavy hammer down, because we're not going to use it except when we're forging arrows. We're even going to put the hacksaw down, because we don't need it at this point. And now we're down to 76 pounds extra being carried. I'm even going to put this... Well, no, I'll keep the extra flare. But let's now go ahead and eat this rusty dog food. This will free up a little bit more weight, of course. Let's eat this stale beef jerky. Let's drink some water, which will also help. And as I recall, I also did pick up some clothing items, which I can harvest. I'll do that now. Don't need this ragged fisherman sweater at this point. So that's extra weight that's not needed. The ragged wool long johns. You know, I think I might keep those, just because long johns are hard to come by, And for me to have found a third pair, it's unlikely I will ever, even if I continue to play this save at any point, it's unlikely I will ever lose my Long Johns. But hey, to have an extra pair is never a bad thing, because it's very unlikely I'll ever lose both that I'm wearing. All right, so fleece mittens, we're going to take off. Again, we're wearing gauntlets, so hang on, let me repair one of these really quickly, because I've had some people argue with me about wool mittens, or maybe it's fleece mittens, but I want to take a look at this. Yeah, they're not restraining on movement at all, but they're a lot less protective against the wind and half as protective against cold. And they're also less protective. Now, fleece mittens are, I think, a little better. Hang on, let's repair these two. I want to do this comparison, Ian, because people keep telling me that it's worth looking at those, and I don't see it. Let's drop those really quickly so I can just do a back and forth here. Yeah, these aren't much better. Yeah, I'm not sure what people are saying there, I have to say. You can talk to me in the comments, by all means. But the gauntlets, I know the gauntlets are heavy, don't get me wrong. But again, now that worn items take up so much less space, or take up so much less encumbrance, you know, there's an argument to be made. Let's see. Is it the wool mittens that are better between the two? Maybe I'll keep the wool mittens on me and bring a pair back with me, so that I can have lighter hand gear. Maybe there is an argument that at some point I don't need to wear 2 pounds of hand gear, right? So I think it's the wool that are better. Yes, the wool are better. So let's harvest the fleece. I'll keep the wool, but I definitely want to continue to wear my gauntlets. All right, so let's go ahead and repair these long johns, because that uses up some cloth, right? And increases our repairing skill. And we've got another pair of wool gloves that need to be harvested. And then the Vroin wool scarf we do not need. So now, of course, we're carrying a lot of cloth again. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, wait, hang on. Cattail head I don't need. How long have I been carrying that around? Too long, probably. I don't even need the simple tools, honestly. I think I might drop these. I'm not going to drop them in the same spot. I'll drop them in a more obvious location to where I can't walk away without them. I'm going to put them right here at the top of the staircase. I don't need to carry them around with me through this zone, but I'll keep them here. All right, we're about to be pretty tired, so I'm not going to be able to move around at an increased pace forever. Let me drink some more water to free up some weight, and let's now, with the remaining 12 or so minutes of the episode, let's go explore. Oh man, I'm excited. So, well, first let's go through the rest of the Riken, because we're here. No, let's not. We can do that later. That's boring. Let's go to the whaling station. That's exciting. Oh, this is pretty. It's not terrible. I thought it was going to be terrible when I saw the snowflake start. This is actually nice. One of the things they changed in one of the more recent updates, I think it might have been... Hey, Bear. It might have been the Wintermute update, maybe? It wasn't Rugged Sentinel. It was probably Wintermute. Or maybe it was Faithful Cartographer. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Faithful Cartographer. It was not. But, so it was the launch update. They made it to where snow and snowy atmospheres like this have that more genuinely pure white look to them. And they also increase field of view to where you can really see far in the distance, as you can see now. And it's nice, isn't it? Like, I mean, just look at it. It's gorgeous. I love this. Of course, the weather could go south any second, so I need to be careful. We're going to step over here now that the bear is patrolling away. He's going back up to the road, because there's some boats that might have some stuff in them. It's a cairn. Quick detour. Its story is not yet written. Number 90. Backer 2154, get on it. We've seen some wonderful notes left by some of the backers, so you guys that have a chance to do a cairn, for God's sake, do it. All right, let's get that beef jerky. Somebody asked me in the comments, it's one of my very regular commenters, if the cairns are in the same spot every time. The answer is yes, and you also have to find them again for the first time every time. They're not persistent in between saves, which is kind of weird. I had a little comment exchange between a few viewers to that effect. Let's see, I think I can step through here, right? Now that a blizzard's kicking up. Yeah, I know there can be wolves out here, so I'm definitely playing it safe. Oh good, it's well lit in here. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. I think another thing they changed is the ambient lighting. Another whetstone. Good, if this were Interloper, I'd be super excited about that. Another bandage. That's okay. I'm still going to get a lantern out, because I'm going to need it. But yeah, that's another thing they changed in the more recent update, I think, is that ambient lighting in a lot of interior locations was slightly improved. Ambient lighting meaning, of course, just the extent to which the environment is lit overall, as opposed to being dark. Work gloves and a ragged wool long scarf, that's not bad. See, if we had the hacksaw with us, we could break down these broken metal bed frames, but there's enough metal in the Riken to where I'm not concerned about that for now. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me not skip past some stuff over here. Yeah, condensed milk. Ooh, hello. All right, that's a good find. I might eat that, like, right now. Give me a second. Listen to me sounding slightly aroused at the, at the discovery of condensed milk. It's one of the nicer food items in the game. If you don't know what I mean, you're about to find out. You'll understand that reaction when I eat it. I'm sure it tastes lovely, and by lovely, I mean terrible. But, it's a good food item. It's also quite heavy, and heavy food items in a way are nice too, because when you eat them, you get rid of a lot of weight in the same go. All right, so there's a couple of sodas. That's a full pound of extra weight, but also that's 500 more calories that I wouldn't have had before. All right, let me just triple check to make sure that these cubbies are empty. They are. There's a few more exterior locations to scout, but first, let's, Oh, it's ruined. Oh no! No! Okay, well at least you can see. It's 750 calories, and it helps with your... Oh, that's terrible. It helps with your, That sucks. It probably said that too when I picked it up and I just didn't notice. It helps with your thirst. Man. I'm still gonna drink these sodas. Hang on. Yeah, okay. That was me testing that. Probably not something you're gonna see. I would imagine they're gonna patch this out, but that shouldn't be possible, what you just saw there. But... Oh, look, there's a storm lantern. Nice. But I had someone, I've been talking a lot about my regular commenters this episode, but I had someone that comments on my episodes a lot, or they might have told me this on Twitter, but they're like, hey, just put it in your radio menu when you have a ruined food item and you can eat it. And you're not supposed to be able to eat ruined food items because they're supposed to be completely bad. But that was me. I literally didn't know about that and I wasn't sure, so. At least now we got to enjoy that condensed milk, but I will not be doing that a lot. All right, so tell you what, I do need to rest. Let's take another second and look around because we can get around a little bit more. Before we have to go inside. I keep hearing what sounds like the pitter-patter of wolf footsteps, and it's freaking me out, man. There can be a wolf that comes through right here, so let me not get too close to that spot in case he patrols through right now. How much would that suck? I'll go this way instead. Can't be out here for long. Actually, we're above freezing right now, but that doesn't matter. If you think you can just walk around and have a blast in a blizzard, you can't, and here's why. Clothes get wet. Which means you progressively get colder, excuse me. Let's pick up this reclaimed wood. You progressively get colder, and on top of that, if that wasn't enough... Wait a minute. Yeah, we went through all those. Wait, did I? Yes. And if that wasn't enough... they freeze after a while. As you saw in the Frostbite episode on Timberwolf Mountain, where I was a lot closer to home than I thought I was. Still laugh about that. Alright, there's a wolf that patrols up this way too, so I need to be careful. Alright, gonna poke my head in here real quick and get these cardboard matches. And also, let's step into this shed real quick. Look around. It's a smaller shed than the other. That's another orange soda. Looked like a can of food. An entire meal of food, as my buddy would say. I haven't seen him in a while. Need to see what's up. He is, after all, my godson's dad, so I need to see all of them. By the way, I hope everyone had a good holiday season, regardless of what you did, whether you chilled, whether you celebrated one holiday or another. I went through that backpack, right? I know I did. Yeah, I did. Hope everyone had a enjoyable New Year. I know I did.
This'll come in handy.
And that you've been able to relax a little bit these last couple of weeks, regardless of what you do to earn that paper, so to speak. If you do anything. I know some of my viewers are quite young. They don't know what it's like to earn that paper quite yet. But you will. You will, young Padawans. You will. Alright. Still slightly nervous I'm going to have a wolf patrol through right now. But I'm going to risk it. Yeah, they can come through right there. I think we're good.
This stuff will come in handy.
Ragged cotton scarf. And moment of truth. Let's go into the whaling station and see what kind of fun stuff this place has waiting for us. This is the last of the major loot locations, scavenging locations, in Against All Odds Season 4 from the Old World, which is what I'm calling it. The Old World being the part of the game that existed in early access. I will call it that going forward because I think it sounds kind of cool. And then we're going to Milton, which is New World. Part of the sandbox area that has been added since Wintermute. Ooh, some insulated boots. Nice. I've also had some people argue with me about insulated boots, combat boots. Holy crap. Yeah, we are finding some nice footgear. The fact that both of those boots were what they were, though, and not mucklucks, that does not bode well for actually finding the mucklucks, though, I have to say. Sad day. But yeah, we're carrying a lot now. More fleece mittens. Yeah, we're gonna find a lot in here. That is an absolute certainty. Last time I was in here was an Interloper playthrough, so we weren't finding a lot, but on a Stalker playthrough, the loot tables are such... This is a bountiful place. The loot tables have good odds here. And so, even on lower difficult, or higher difficulties, excuse me, on more difficult settings, it can be really easy to come here and just load up, especially if you're playing on Voyager or Pilgrim. Play on a custom difficulty with the loot settings turned all the way up to where you can get the maximum amount of stuff, and come here. your head will explode. It's ridiculous how much stuff you can find. I'm just looking around to make sure I've not overlooked anything in here. There's a bed. I remember I think it was in my Interloper playthrough when I was here, I was talking about not having a place to rest, and there was literally that bed right there. If you want to know how to properly explore and fully explore this place, watch and learn. Because I'm going to poke my head in every nook and cranny that can be poked into.
I'll
Here.
take it.
Beef jerky. Hey, dead guy. You just had to be here and stink up the room for me, didn't you? Here I am, all excited to be in the warehouse and discover stuff, and you're here to ruin my party. All right, we're going to go back this way first. One thing that's a little bit different about this new mouse that I'm using is the surface, the underside of it, is a little bit sleeker than my old one. So you might notice sometimes my view will jar like that. That's because I might have taken my hand off of my mouse for a second, maybe like scratch my face or anything that would require me to put my hand in a different spot for a second, and like cover my mouth during a yawn or do a push to mute for any reason, and like when I put my hand back on the mouse, it's more likely to slide than the old one was. That is an energy bar. I will pick up that energy bar. Thank you very much, game. So that's a windbreaker. That's a sewing primer. We have lots of skill books to read, a lot of research to do. It's really quite nice how many research books we've found in the past little while. Now I know those look like sodas, but they're not. None of them are. That might be a bandage. No, that's a faded soda. Have these beds always been in this configuration here? I seem to remember there being more like planks and stuff here in Desolation Point in the past that you had to break down to get back to this corner, and they're gone now. So that's throwing me off a bit. But anyway, let's go down to the next level. We're not done yet. I'm going to scavenge this place before I end this episode. A note left behind. The scrawled music is of a survivor who was here before you. A flat sand or river stone, 3 inches in width, at least 6 inches long, is ideal for sharpening your blade. Axe or knife, you will want to lubricate the surface with water to keep the filings in suspension, and your work will go faster. When no light is visible along the cutting edge, you've reached your mark. Strop along a piece of leather for final honing. The importance of a sharp tool cannot be overstated. Good job, 3781. I think I'll keep your note. Alright, so there is a safe over here, and I'm kind of excited that the mucklucks might be in it. I mean, there's probably going to be a nice item in the safe, but... when I have found mucklucks in past playthroughs, they tend to be... Wait, where's the safe? There it is. They tend to be in the safe. There's another hacksaw. What? Really? Really, game? Another heavy hammer and hacksaw? I'll pick them up. But, yeah, now I'm really weighed down. Alright, that's nice that I found them. But I'm not going to take them back with me, that's for sure. Alright. Let's crack this thing really fast. See, because I'm ducking now, you can hear the sounds better too. Ducking the audio, I mean. So the first one was 40. Ish. $54. There it is. Flare shell and cash. Well, there's an anticlimax if I've ever seen one. All right, let's finish looking around. I'm letting this episode run a little bit long. And as I have stated in other content, mainly Civ content, one of the things I intend to do... Actually, no, as of the moment you guys are watching this episode... Yeah, never mind. It will be today's episode in for you guys in Civ 6 that I talked about it. But one of the things I want to do this year is... yeah, I'm going to put that heavy stuff down that I just picked up because holy crap, it's really slowing me down. That's better. One of the things I want to do this year is be much better about recording episodes that go far beyond the 25-minute mark. I was terrible about it last year. I recorded lots of long episodes. Don't get me wrong, when I do finales for certain portions of a series where I like to do longer episodes and my intention is to do a longer episode at the outset, then I'll do it. But a lot of times I'll just be having a good time and I'll let an episode run long, and that's actually quite bad because I don't have time to do that. I literally don't. And I do it, it's just a, as I joked in my my Civ content, it's literally like the excuse you give your parents. It's like what you tell your mom, but I want to keep playing when you know that you don't have time and you have other things to be doing. So anyway, let's go up here because this is one of the other areas where there could potentially be some pretty cool stuff. You can stand up in this pipe once you get in it to move a little faster, which is a nice thing to know. All right, so there's an energy bar and an orange soda that has not been consumed. It looks like whoever was here was definitely enjoying them some orange soda. Plastic container up above. Stale chocolate bar, a book, an MRE that's been consumed, and hey, look what we found, another hunting rifle. And rifle ammunition. How many? 5. All right, good. Let's pick that up for a second. And I'm going to see how many... Yeah. I mean, the scrap metal... I hate to harvest a hunting rifle, but it'd be nice to have a second. It hurts. It hurts. Oh god, it hurts. It hurts so much. It hurts so much. Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay, it's over. It's over. You can look. You can look. Okay. All right, that's that. That did definitely make some time go by while I was harvesting that. So the blizzard's passed. I've picked up some lantern fuel, so I'll need to refuel this lantern before long. But, dog food, tin of sardines. Nothing else up here, though. All right, so I've got a few more things to look through before I'm done here. Maybe I bit off more than I can chew when I said that I was going to explore down here. But yeah, when you're standing in this tube and you're crouched, you can stand up once you get inside it. See? It doesn't seem physically possible. That's exactly what Jimmy kept screaming. This doesn't seem physically possible. But you can do it.
This will come in handy.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm a bundle of random references. All right. I guess I should have kept the lantern out. I'm just nervous about fuel at this point. Well, I shouldn't be. I've got more. And, I could always, fish if I wanted more lantern fuel. See what I did there? All right. Another hacksaw. Seriously, game, will you stop it? Will you stop throwing all the tools at me? I want all the boots. That's what I want. See, now I'm moving super slowly because of all the heavy stuff I'm carrying. Tell you what, here's how I'm going to do this. In order to finish exploring the very last of this room, I've looked through most of the areas where the heavy stuff resides. Let's drop the heavy stuff for the most part. Yeah, I'm carrying so much now. Oh, I picked up another storm lantern without realizing that I hadn't harvested it. That's good to know. Let's go ahead and put that down, and we can get some lantern fuel from that. There's a book here. There's cedar firewood there. Yeah, I'm carrying plenty of stuff that's weighing me down. Even a good amount of cloth. I'll keep that on me, but I just want to be able to move around. There we go. A little bit faster as I finish exploring this room. And then we'll pick that stuff back up, harvest it, etc. in the beginning of the next episode. Lantern's going out. Surprise, surprise. Hey, a flare. Another pry bar. Game's not going to let me grab for it, though. I have to go around the other side. Hang on. There was literally no point to crawling through this, especially at a slow pace. Also, the other reason I'm slow is that I'm super tired. I didn't realize how tired I was. I've been walking around encumbered for a while, so it makes perfect sense that I should need to rest. So next episode, we're definitely going to make some... See, this is the issue. I'm 11 minutes overtime on this episode now, and that's 11 minutes of, you know, of just void that could be part of another episode that are instead part of one that's running overtime. That's what I mean when I say I'm going to be better about episode length. All right, whetstone, book, accelerant. Nice to find the accelerant. That's good, at least.
This stuff will come in
A
handy.
brewing cotton toque. Some cloth under the table. Yes, I saw that in the dark. Thank you very much. And there's the pry bar. Nice. Okay, so that's just about every nook and cranny of this place searched. There might be a few other random locations, yeah, like over here where there's, you know, like roid wood, or reclaimed wood scattered, but I will go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, I am going to pick all this stuff here back up after I rest. We're going to harvest it, get rid of it, you know, kind of go through some of the stuff that I found. We're going to refuel my lantern, and then we're going to keep going and see what more Desolation Point has in store for us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome, as I completely forget what I'm going to say. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.